This is Paul. Yeah. hmm just reading John 11. Now, a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary, and her sister Martha. And it was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment, wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sister sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. Yeah. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that saith he to his disciples, Let us go into Judea again. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee. Yeah. And goest thou thither again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go, that I may awake him out of his sleep. Now Jesus, he loved these three individuals. Yeah. And it doesn't compare the love that he had. Yes. He loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. A lot of people tried to make it sound like Jesus had an actual intimate sexual relationship with one of them. Yes. And I'm not going to say that he didn't because I don't know for sure, but what I am, well, he could have. Yeah. As much as we wouldn't think that he'd have sexual relations with somebody out of wedlock. Yes. And for all of you that thought Jesus was homosexual, I'm almost sure that he wasn't. Somebody's always got to pervert the word, don't you? Yeah. hmm Now, a lot of people think they're of an ancient bloodline that originated from Jesus' conception of a child. Yes, yes, yes. Illuminatus that decided to put a reptile in the rectum. Yeah. Wanted to pervert every part of the scriptures. Yes. So that you could say that you're that ancient breed of the offspring of Jesus from 2,000 years ago. Oh! Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm not, because I don't think Jesus had sex with anybody. Yes. I think he was 100% celibate from the day of his birth until the day of his crucifixion. Yeah. I don't think he had sex with anyone. Yes. That's what I think. Yeah. Now, let's say that Jesus loved these three individuals. Right. Right. hmm hmm And that love was a non sexual love, and it was something that he did feel for them. Yep. But he waited 2 days. Yep. There's no hurry. Ouch! Now, today, yes, it could be a good day for you to decide to enforce the laws. I'd like to speak to Marilyn about exactly who it is that she'd like to live with. Yes. And then I'd like to talk to her about some lawsuits involving herself. Yes. Myself. Yes. And our children. Ooch. Ooh. And I thought for sure that you have an obligation to enforce the laws. Yes. Now, if you can make arrangements, yes, for me to talk to Marilyn about parenting, yes, it could be that we could have a relationship, yes. Now, sexual, is it really necessary? It's not that kind of a love. It's not a sibling love, even though you've been having an incestuous relationship with one of your relatives. Oh, you really should not have sexual relations with anybody of close relationship to yourself. There's plenty of other people out there to have intimate sexual relationships with. Any of you that did feel an obligation to have sexual intercourse with any of your relatives might not have noticed how many other people are available to you. See, if I was to look through the whole nation, yes, at the available women that I could have a relationship with, I don't have to have a sexual relationship with women. We could have a platonic relationship where we parent together. Yes. She wants me to parent her children. I want her to parent my sons. Yes. And we decide we're not going to have a sexual relationship. Yep. Because we're more concerned about our children. Did you make any look-alike relatives that you've been having sex with? There was this thought that you have to use your sexual nerve endings, and since it's a look-alike spouse, it really doesn't matter. It's a look-alike daughter or son. Yes. It's a look-alike husband or wife. Yeah. Could be a look-alike uncle or aunt. In fact, you could make look-alikes of anybody you wanted to. Yes. From the genetics of your individual family tree. Yeah. Have sex with them and say it's not incestuous. Not the actual child that I gave birth to. Yeah. I think you're having incestuous relationships with the manufactured children of your actual marriage so that you could say, it doesn't matter